Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is William Heinman, and I am your host, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at our public officials and how they do their job or not. This young lady is at a city council meeting, and just kind of reads comments that people put on the internet about their city council, and calls one of the council members out for making $300,000 and not doing his job. Sweetheart, you're surprised? I'm not. It's amazing. Now, this website is called We Know, and they have some good videos. I was actually quite impressed. Go over there and give them the love they deserve. Hit the subscribe button if you like their content. Give them a thumbs up. But leave me comments on mine and when you subscribe, because I like comments. My other half thinks I'm crazy, but I love comments because they're fun. You can't believe the stuff that I actually get to see, from extremely good to extremely bad and absolutely everything in between. Anyway, so it's not just cops that are bad. We have mayors, city council members, clerks, and it saddens me to think that people we are paying our tax dollars to do a job and how they can mess it up. It just blows my mind. I just don't understand it. But let's check this out. I think it's pretty good myself. And you guys tell me what you think, all right? Here we go.
My name is Joey Lynn Massaros. I'm a resident of New Braunfels. Thank you to everybody for looking at me except Mayor Leonard's, which he never, ever does. Sir, it would be respectful if during citizens' comment you would speak to the people that are speaking to you. You say this is a time where we can address our concerns, but you don't allow us to do that if you ignore us, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you. Speaking of Robert Camerino's salary, thank you, Mr. Murphy, for that breakdown. I was at the Republican Club meeting where Mr. Camerino came to speak on behalf of the mayor while there was a city council meeting that was happening, or some sort of special meeting where he couldn't attend. Mr. Camerino came on his behalf, yet was unwilling to answer questions that we were asking him. And when I learned that his salary is $300,000, but he wants to completely ignore us and works for us, and we're paying this ridiculous salary while the rest of society is barely affording groceries, and you're living life large while you're not listening to the people of this town, it's extremely frustrating that I had to walk out chasing you while you ignored me because I was asking you a question about city business. That's completely insane. You're clearly getting compensated to deal with difficult questions. Referring to this interesting pie graph that Mr. Murphy gave us, saying that the citizens of New Braunfels were surveyed, and I'll put it back up just because I'm holding it. Here we see that the total population of 17,000 was surveyed, and we clearly didn't get a good representation of that, being true to the numbers. Social media works great for me. I'll put this on the screen. And you can see it got 127,000 plays, 17,000 likes, 1,000 comments. It was shared 3,400 times, bookmarked 1,500 times, and it reached 81,000 people. And most of those, according to the statistics, are in New Braunfels. So I have actually a fair response of what the city of New Braunfels is thinking, and I'd like to read some comments to you. You've got to have pedophile tendencies to not object to this type of literature in our libraries. Have you posted this to the New Braunfels Locals Facebook page? Thousands of very active members on here would love to know about this. We all feel what they just said. City Council is tearing this city apart. It is so sad because it's so beautiful, but they've been ruining it for far too long and have ignored their constituents for years. Good for this mom, and so dang sad that in this mostly conservative town, the local government has been captured by leftists. That's the scary part. Cities across America who have predominantly conservative constituents have leftists running and ruining their cities. Thank you so much for shedding light on this. I cannot even believe this is happening in New Braunfels. This is what happens when politicians forget they're servants, not rulers. The mayor and everyone like him must be removed from office. Wow, I had no idea New Braunfels leadership was like this. Sue them, sue them, sue them, and bring them to their knees. That's the only way that you're going to teach them to listen to you and bring up the Constitution, the democracy, and the Republic isn't going to work. They're not going to listen. They don't care. Bring a lawsuit. I live near New Braunfels, and when I heard that the public libraries had these books in the building, especially in the children's section, I told my daughter, take those library cards back and tell them why you're returning them. Never knew how liberal and left New Braunfels is. Pitiful. In Texas, this is wild. I can't imagine how much worse it is in states where people aren't fighting back. Thank you for speaking up. Keep telling the truth. Your perspective is dead on. It's our fault these people are in elected office. We fell asleep at the wheel. Those disgusting so-called leaders need to get voted out ASAP. Remove these politicians. They work for the people, not their own interests. I live in New Braunfels, and I'm a boomer. This mayor is clueless as to what the majority wants, regardless of their age. Time for him to go. It's been corrupt for a while now, so upsetting. We definitely need better people who care. They hate exposure and have threatened individuals who are trying to make things better. We have to keep standing up. Great job. I grew up in New Braunfels and have a house there. Thank you for speaking truth and common sense. I am so tired of this crap. New Braunfels has to be saved. What has happened to New Braunfels? This is absolutely insane. I think I'm going to pass on my New Braunfels trip this year. Start a petition for recall. There is no reason that an elected official should be permitted to finish a term as your elected representative if they are not following the terms of the oral contract they promised you to become that representative. Removal from office is the duty that the public needs to implement, and in doing so, show those who would lie to obtain their political positions that it will not be tolerated. The recall should have been the first step after they showed their contempt for their electorate. I grew up on spring break and summer vacation in my grandparents' home in New Braunfels, and I thought the worst thing they dealt with over the years was insane traffic problems and rude tourists. Absolute kudos to you for standing up to these bullies. I'm blown away that this is happening in Texas. I pray you vote these communist people out. Socialist alert. I just can't believe this is real life. The community needs to flood every city council meeting. When the politicians forget they work for the people, they must be removed and replaced. I have more and more pages, but I'm out of time. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, what do you folks think? It's amazing that that what she said is so spot on. You know, these officials think that they are demigods, and it amazes me when I see it. I know here in our town, this was many years ago, but we were growing, and I used to go down to the city council meetings all the time and watch them. And the people are so disconnected that we're on the city council board. And there's one guy that said that we're a small town, we're going to stay a small town. And I thought, you're an idiot. And look at us now. We're, I think, 5th, 4th, something like that. So, anywho, subscribe to her channel, if you wouldn't mind. Like I said, it's We Know, and the information will be down below. Subscribe to my channel, leave comments, because I like to answer them, and or at least I like to read them. And Grace, have a good and wonderful day, and I will talk to you again on another one. Thank you.